Hotline Fling. Hello and welcome. You guys are listening to Hotline Fling. My name is Izzy Ivanetti.
And my name is Connor Maroney. What's going on, you bunch of horny dogs? Welcome, and it's about lunchtime Sunday. I'm ready to rock. I've already had a beer. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit hung, but
Bit
a
hung.
bit hung, darling. But
I'm
we'll
always
get through
hung.
it.
If you catch my drift,
Oh, disgusting.
mate, that's me. But look, we've been a bit frantic this today, I guess. But it sounds like you've got the reins coming in. So I think you're going to be leading us into this bad boy.
Leading this in. Look, this is a known thing that I do. My friends might know, but I occasionally lie a bit on dates. And I lie a bit on my Tinder profile if I was on it. And if I meet a guy in a bar, sometimes I lie. Like nice little white lies.
You see, yeah, well, I find it interesting because you were sort of mentioning it to me a little bit earlier, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I think if anything, my pitfall is that I'm too honest. Wear my heart on my sleeve, and on top of it as well. Like I fucking have a podcast about every aspect of my fucking life, so it's not like anything's really that secret anyway.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I do get I agree with being honest too, but sometimes I love a little white lie, and there's two main things I lie about, right? So the first topic that I lie about is dogs.
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 That's so whack.
It's
Wait,
so,
what?
Okay, so basically, I kind of never grew up with a family pet, like a family dog. Right?
Yeah.
So I don't have that super strong dog affection that most people have. Like most people, if you show them a photo of a dog, everyone's like, "Oh, it's so cute."
Yeah.
It does nothing to me.
Oh, so you're just a flat out fucking monster.
I am a monster. But when you're on a date with a guy, probably the top three things that come up, it's work, family, and then do you have any pets? And they'll bring up their dog that they've been best friends with for 10 years and how cute it is. And I have to sit there and I lie to them about how much I love dogs when really I don't really care much for them.
The thing about this, first things first, I don't know how you fucking can't like dogs, but at the same time, my main problem with it is with these small white lies, if you will, they're going to grow eventually. Because what if you like this guy, right? And he thinks you're this big fucking dog lover and then he's got two Great Danes. Would that be a rule breaker for you?
I can fake it for a bit. For example, I can go, "Wow, the dog is so cute."
What if he's licking your face and shit?
Look, I think if it's at that point, I just have to push it away. I am quite scared. One of my friends has two huge Irish wolfhounds, and I'm not sure if you know what an Irish wolfhound is, but it's literally double the size of a fully grown Labrador. They are the biggest dogs I've ever seen in my life. They look like horses, and they scare the fucking shit out of me. I've been over at his house so many times, I still have to push them away.
Yeah. So
I guess
if that was in your life constantly, though, then would that be
at
a
that
problem?
stage, they're usually into me enough to maybe get over the fact that I don't like dogs that much. But if it...
what else have you lied about?
The second thing I lie about... Oh, I haven't told you this. You might really judge me now. And this is why I have to lie about them. But I've never seen all the Harry Potters.
Oh, fuck. The reason this fucking annoys me is because I reckon I've watched all of these fucking movies 40 billion times. Last year, my old roommate, before she moved off, she hadn't seen any of them, so I sat down, fucking watched the whole thing with them. And then the new roommate was the exact same thing. So,
I'm glad I'm not alone.
I almost think that would be my red flag because if you haven't seen them, I don't want to watch them again with you. I've seen it too many times.
Yeah.
So, but it would all,
it is a red flag. That's why I have to
it's such a big part of my life. As lame as that sounds, as virgin as that sounds.
Well, the thing...
Harry Potter's a big part of my life.
Well, I think it's a huge cultural thing. Growing up through high school, my whole feed was Expelliarmus memes, and I had no idea what they were.
Yeah, because you're a loser.
Literally,
you muggle. You muggle fuck.
I have no idea what that means, but yeah. Heck yeah.
Oh, God, it'd be a shit day.
I know, it's so shit, because what is then the top 4 things that gets brought up on dates? It's work, family, pets, then Harry Potter.
And then what are you watching?
I'm
Yeah.
like, shit. And so I lie a bit and I have to say, I love Harry Potter.
I judge people on their taste of movies, like badly.
Really?
Yeah, like that actually is a deal breaker for me hard.
What?
Like I wouldn't like, for instance, my last roommate, love her to death, one of my best friends in the
Yeah.
world. However, she could easily watch Parent Trap and Dance Mums for 7 days straight, and I couldn't date somebody with that little film substance.
Yeah, no, that's a bit too. Well, actually, my ex used to watch only like child films, like children films.
My roommate does that. Some people find full comfort in just whacking on
People
Disney
just love
Plus and
Disney
just fucking
Plus.
eating up Ice Age for the 57th time.
And it's like pretty like cute, but I guess like I just like a little bit more stimulation. I want a bit more
Yeah, I
drama.
think people just like to turn their brains off and just
Yeah,
go
that's
like,
exactly right.
and
Yeah,
fucking
and be like, you know, like well, obviously Disney
It's
films have
nice.
this beautiful narrative.
yeah. It's a
you
comfort
know,
zone.
It is a comfort zone. It
And
is
Harry
fair
Potter's
enough.
my comfort zone.
I know. That's
So if you
the
don't know my
thing.
comfort zone, if you
But
don't know me, don't bro me, you know me?
No, but that's the thing. Like, imagine you're on a date with a girl and you're like, oh, you know, she seems like a lovely lass. And then she's honest about how she's not that fond of dogs and has never seen all the Harry Potters. You're like, she's a walking red flag.
Yeah.
Do you understand
yeah.
why I have to lie about
That would actually
this?
rock me.
I
That would
know.
rock. If I was on a date and the chick was like, yeah, I hate dogs and I don't really care for Harry Potter, I'd be like, oh, fuck. I don't know about that.
I'm still a nice person.
I was
still
going to say
fun.
what I thought your lie might have been would have been the sun protector.
Oh, that's not a lie. I'm very honest about that.
What date would you rock that on? Like what number date would
I
you?
do not give a fuck first date.
First date?
I do not give a fuck. Basically, Backstreet, I am extremely sun safe.
We have to put
Basically-
pictures up of this.
Oh,
no, not
actually-
now. We'll put it up
Look,
when.
I actually will. So basically, I'm so sun safe to the point. Well, I'm very sun safe because I want to have nice skin when I'm older, which is so lame.
So fair.
So fair. So I don't smoke. I don't like do party drugs. And I avoid the sun like crazy to the point that in September last year, which is, you know, right before summer, I was diagnosed with a vitamin D deficiency, which is so
You
lack
weren't
of
getting
sun
enough
in
dick.
Queensland. No, but in Queensland, to have a vitamin D deficiency in Queensland, you need like you're avoiding the sun like crazy, right? But basically, yeah, I drive around with like this like face mask with like just my eyes
Sticking out, basically.
sticking out. It
yeah.
covers like my full face down to my neck for sun protection. It looks very strange.
It makes sense once you find out like what it is. But the first time I saw you, we were camping, and I was like, we saw you the first night, like whatever. It was the first time I met you, yarn and whatever. And then the next day I saw you like going for a walk, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And it looks like, you know, like the little kids, how they've got the flaps that go down like on either side and down the back, but there's also a front one. So you can just see her eyes like this and this big like bucket hat and it flaps all the way down. And I was like, holy smokes. I thought it was a piss take for a sec.
Yeah.
And then you fully rock that shit like nonstop. And I'm so surprised the commitment.
Yeah, I think like that's the thing. Like people would often like just judge and go, "This kid is a bit scat.
Yeah, yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with this chick?" But I don't
And
really
you'd rock that bad boy on a first date.
Yeah, because what if that first date? What if you never see him again and then you get bad sun exposure, and you get sun damage for some guy you don't even know?
So you're saying basically that the lie's not worth it.
Well, for sun, yeah, it's not worth it. But for Harry Potter
And dogs.
and dogs,
I feel
think
like you
that's
can't lie
worth
about dogs. Because you're going to run into the dog and you're going to have to get around the dog and everyone loves their dog besides you. So then if they introduce the dog to you, then you're just going to be the fucking like weird chick that's going like, oh, I don't like him. And that's direct like, it's like saying you hate their mum.
It's not.
It's the exact same. It's like a hairy mother. Unconditional love.
I'll fake it till you make it.
Anyway, well, bloody, so basically, is last week I had a bit of a hectic happening, I suppose. There's been a girl at work that for the last 6 months, there's been rumors throughout the office that she maybe has a little thing for me. And the funny thing
Ooh.
about it is she's a bit older. She's not from this country either. She's a Romanian woman that's like 40 and she's an absolute baddie.
Milf.
And we're just having like just sneaky fuzzy feelings for each other at work. It's crazy. I don't know, like,
I like it.
yeah, I know, it's weird. And I'm wondering, like, how game on the workplace relationship really is, you know what I mean? Because there's
Oh,
so many situations where it completely goes to shit.
it
I've
does.
slept with people I've worked with before in the past, and it has always ended up with drama, fucking drama,
It's always
drama.
been bad.
It's always been bad. Well, I mean,
What?
like, I've never gone out with
Why has
them.
it been bad? Like has it just like ruined the tension
I
with
can tell you
you?
exactly why, because think about every time you've drank with work people. I'll take every person listening right now to the darkest part of their brain, and I'm talking that Christmas party you were at last year when you fucking wigged out and had too many beers and said a few things that you could take back. And
Mm-mm.
basically, like, I've been in that situation so many times where I've been in flirty situations with people and maybe advanced a little bit too much on the night out and treating it like a normal night when you forget that you actually work with these people and you're going to have to see them on Monday. And this is the
Yes.
worst part, is when you get in the elevator, they do too, and you both know, fucking hell, that was just so cringe. The other night, it's just
Mm.
this yuck feeling, and that will stay because then you got to go back to work shit.
You can't avoid that person.
And also, you got to be acting normal at work. You can't have everyone being like, oh, is he and bloody Benny Big Balls fucking seeing each other and shit. You don't want that. So, like, you got to kind of keep it on the hush there. And it's like, is it going to happen until another work event? It's not really game on. It's a whole fucking, because you're
Yes.
dealing with, not only are you dealing with the trials and tribulations of fucking dating someone, you're also dealing with the trials and tribulations of HR. And is that game on or not? Because you can very quickly think that you're making a little
Mm.
slight move, but really you're harassing someone.
Well, I think you got to stick by, the golden rule.
Yeah.
Don't screw the crew.
Don't screw the crew, but
Don't fuck in your
no. That's
workplace.
no fun
I
because
think we have seen a lot of fall from graces recently, like even with Gladys Berejiklian in the New South Wales Premier, who legit was at the peak of her career and got brought down for fucking some politician. We've learned anything from that.
see, I reckon Gladys should have all the fun she wants. I reckon she should get naughty in the sack, however,
But
with
it
whoever.
but it ruined her career.
Yeah, well, maybe that's a bit more of a fucking societal judgment. I think that it's game on. Think about how many people meet each other at work. Like, fuck. Like, where the fuck? You, you can't cut everything off in life as a possibility and have rules for it all. I think that sometimes it gets a bit crazy out there.
I don't know. Okay, so for example, I think why it's so bad. It's because what happens if you have a successful thing like we've discussed in previous weeks is like, you go on a few dates, you have a few cheeky nights at each other's house, and that's a pretty successful fling.
Yeah, oh,
But then what happens after the fling, you might still have a little bit of feelings for that person, but you see them at work every day and you find out they're seeing someone new and you might get heartbroken. What if they're then flirting with another person at your work? Like you are then exposed to all that bullshit every day. And it's not like you can just pick up and leave. It's
yeah,
your
for
job.
sure, for sure. There's a lot of risk. There's a lot of a risk factor
a lot
to
of
it.
risk
But
involved.
you can't tell me that the sexual tension at work isn't probably the most fucking fiery of them all. You're spending 8 hours a day with someone, which you don't do in any other realm. Like, you're getting thrown into
True.
basically full dates because you're working with each other, you're starting to learn a little bit about each other.
Oh.
I mean, like, look, I'm not saying it's always game on. I'm not saying it's the healthiest thing in the world, but fuck, you can't deny it. Everyone out there wants to fucking root someone at work. And
Okay.
I know you know that there's one at yours.
Okay. Well, firstly, I just want to say I think it depends on what job that you're doing. Like if it's kind of like a regular casual job at your bakery or at a restaurant, just go for it because if it ends up turning sour, like which is a high chance it might.
Sourdough.
Yeah, like sourdough nice. You can just go to another restaurant, whatever. But if it's like your dream job, you're in your dream career, you have worked your way up the ranks, and you're in your dream job, and
Oh yeah, like
then you fucked that up. You have fucked up your dream career because you have screwed the crew. I'm
yeah,
sorry,
sure,
but
but
that is fucked.
yeah, but like fuck, when you're 24, like I can
You
have
gotta go.
fun.
Well, I have screwed the crew before.
Yeah, exactly.
One time, but it actually worked out quite well. I feel like there are positive stories.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm not
to
saying
it
like I fucking
because,
hate everyone.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes flings can always lead to good friendships after.
Yeah, potentially.
Potentially, if you get to know them well.
Well, I want you to break down my situation at work right now. The best thing
Okay.
about it is this woman's not on
Have you-
Instagram and
have
shit,
you-
so she's
have
never
you
going to see this.
Have you slept with her? Like what?
No, nothing.
Have
No,
you kissed
this is
her?
no. This is because She's older. Like, there's so much to it.
Have
like,
you gone out for drinks after?
so we went for a drink last week,
Was it
and
just you two?
it ended up being just us two.
How long for? Like what time?
Couple of hours left at 9:30 after
Ooh.
work.
How like pissy were you?
Pretty pissy.
Pretty pissy.
Pretty pissy. Yeah.
A bit like hand
Uh,
flirting.
It was all happening, and it was just like, oh, it was so weird. 'Cause
It's
she's
so
older.
on.
Oh,
It is
freaked me
so
out.
on.
Anyway, we're gonna call for the analysis a guy that
reckon
I actually
it's
work
on.
with.
So this is a co-worker who has witnessed all this.
Hold on.
Here we go.
Hello.
Hello, my friend. How are we?
Feeling good. How are you?
Not too bad, mate. You're on Hotline Fling, joined by my good friend Izzy, and mate,
Hello.
I felt like we
Hey.
needed a bit more of like a backing up to the situation at work here, because obviously it's been going on for so long, and I kind of need you to kind of vouch and give it the start of the story a little bit.
Okay.
Hit us. So like, yeah, we're talking about the lovely woman that we work with. That I guess.
How long has the flirting been going on for?
How long has the flirting been going on? You reckon, Michael?
Say since you started, like September, October.
Like September.
Really?
This has been like a long burner, but like Michael, back me up here. This isn't something that you can just go in, wig out, and see if it happens, because there could be serious damage here.
Nah, yeah, this is a full-on, all-hands-on-deck situation.
Really?
Yeah,
Is she like the boss or like
She's kind of higher up than us, yeah.
Way higher up.
way higher up?
Kind of extremely out of his league.
Oh wow.
But would you say, Michael, that I've got a chance here? Do you think I'm still in the game, or do you think the clock's running down, points are low, and I need to pack up and go home?
I think that all the cards are on the table, and you need to make a move ASAP.
But do you reckon HR will get involved? Like if they find out, do you reckon it might be like a HR situation where they're like,
I don't reckon HR
sure.
would get involved at all in this.
wait, what did you say, Mike?
I said, not sure. I don't know if they can. She could be above HR. She could be HR.
Yeah, we
How high up she is.
But
is this your dream job though? Like if you lost it tomorrow because you got with this chick, would you be upset?
I would get with this chick to lose my job.
Would you?
Yeah, 100%.
This
Oh,
is
so
your
you
dream
got
job.
nothing to lose.
I guess nothing to lose in the
Oh, then
grand
what are we
scheme.
doing? If you don't care, then I
What would you
reckon-
say, Michael? What's worth more, the job or that accomplishment?
Well, I think I don't know, this is pretty close to your dream job, so I'm not sure if you should risk it.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, well, rightio, mate. Well, thank you for that backing up there. If I ever need you again, I'll call in for you.
No dramas.
Thanks,
Catch you guys.
Mike. Thank you.
See you on Monday, mate. Hopefully this.
Okay. After that big discussion,
Yeah.
I think if you're going to screw at your workplace, you need to be prepared for the option that you might lose your job or you might have to leave.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think the older woman thing that's what's wigging me out the most part.
Well, I've actually heard stories of like young girls dating much older male
Yeah, that happens
coworkers.
all the time. But like, I feel you never really see younger bloke, older woman too often, which is kind of exciting.
It's like
a
the
little bit of
corporate,
Kokotown.
yeah, it's more of like the corporate workplaces because I'm still talking about like your casual job work.
Yeah.
Kind of rellos where it's like when people are going into these corporate settings where it's like the stakes are higher.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure,
you
definitely. And if
can't
you make it
risk
awkward, there's just nothing worse than an awkward office.
Exactly.
If you have to like think about the way that you operate at work after that, then it's like, oh fuck.
And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like people just don't have like sympathy if you've screwed like someone at your workplace and now you're in a shit situation. Like,
Oh yeah, you
for
knew what you were
example,
doing.
yeah, like you knew what you were doing. Like you're not an idiot. Like people know that there are going to be consequences if you're screwing someone in your workplace. So if you do that, because I feel like I had a mate that has done that recently, and everyone's like, I don't feel bad for the guy. Like he knew what he was.
Wait, he
getting
lost his
into.
job.
He was gonna have to leave, I think.
Yeah, right.
But,
Yeah, well,
he was gonna quit his
you gotta be
job
ready for
because
everything
it
that's
was
gonna
like
come with
really intense. So like But like everyone's like, look, he broke the golden rule. Everyone knows not to screw the crew, especially if it's a job you love. So
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, I think you know what's right and what's wrong
exactly.
at the end of the day.
But
And I'm
then,
just being a bitch, as per usual.
if you're not scared about losing your job, I reckon run in.
This one would be wild. Anyway, so we're moving on now, I guess, to our mailbag. We actually got a caller from someone we're not too familiar with, which is exciting. So I think it was along the terms because we asked people to tell us about when we were talking about walking out on a date and how game on it is to like actually leave a date.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hear this one here.
I haven't heard this.
Me either.
So as a recently single man, I've
That's
been
really
getting out
rad.
in the field and there's been no shortage of car crash dating moments. One in particular that comes to my mind is I met up with this girl, we got a drink, we're sitting down and in the introduction moment where we're exchanging like, oh, do you have any pets and all of that, and she responded saying, oh, I had a pet, he was my family dog, but we put him down. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And then she proceeded to get her phone out to show me photos of her deceased dog. And I was like, oh, is that your late dog? And she's like, yeah, wasn't he cute? And I don't know, like that's just such a weird moment. I was like, whoa, like this is really bringing the mood down a bit. Like I don't really want to go out on a date and look at dead animals like that. It's just super weird. And like at that moment, I was like,
That's
I feel like
it.
I literally laughed right when you said deceased dog. In case you missed that.
Oh yeah. That's absolutely nutty.
That is
and
hectic.
fuck, that's so good though.
He had a great voice as well. He was
Oh,
nice voice.
that came through. Yeah. All right. Thank
Oh
you
my
for that.
goodness.
But fuck me, that's so funny because it goes back to our original thing that we ever said on this podcast. Your first date is where you sell yourself. And if you are bringing out baggage, and by baggage I mean pictures of your dead fucking dog, that is way too intense for a first date. I feel bad for you, doll, but sorry.
Dude.
Wrong place to vent about that one. And also, if you're going to show, like, I don't know whether he was saying, like, was she showing alive pictures of the dead dog? Or
No, I think like
literally pictures of the dead dog. Yeah.
I think they had to put it down. That's what I took it as. Because I kind of feel bad for this girl. It kind of seems like she has no idea what to talk about on a date. So she's like, my dog died and this is
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of those like young kids on TikTok and they're like posting with their like grandparents sick in the hospital and they're like it's like, what are we doing here? Like, why are you taking pictures of your dead dog in the beginning? Like, you don't need to do any of that. You bury the dog and then you fucking talk about him over the years. Nice stories.
so
He was a lovely dog.
That is so true. Why are you even taking photos of your dead dog in the first place?
Like-
and then
So sad. Like, what the fuck? You can't do that.
No, and then why are you showing them on a date? I feel bad for this guy.
I'm so sad. Thank you for the likes there on live. Send those gifts through. Like, what the fuck?
Like,
No.
you're trying to pull. I'm like, oh, I know how this guy will be interested.
Oh,
in me.
yeah.
And
If
you're
there's
like,
one
boom.
thing I know that guys love is looking at pictures of dead dogs. Jesus Christ. Might have worked for Bundy, but I think our boy needed something else there. But hey, at least we got somebody as well that's kind of like not really into the whole dog chat. I mean, you probably,
was very full
knowing
circle.
you probably wanted to actually see the pictures. You're like, oh, thank God I don't have to deal with the dog now.
Thank God it's dead. I
Yeah,
don't have to
fuck.
deal with it.
Oh, well.
That's a green flag for me.
Dead dog. Oh, my God.
Oh, it's so sad.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Fun Sunday. And apologies to everyone that's listening. There's been, I think they're gone now, some shitty band that fucking has been acting like they're Green Day or some shit with their 15 Eskies. There's about 6 bands playing outside. The drums are going off like the fucking Jungle Book. It's doing my nut in. So
No,
if this sounds like shit, it's not our fault.
I don't want to be rude, but they're just like baby boomers playing in a cover band. And
Yeah.
they were just so rude to
Some
everyone
washed up
here.
footy player. Oh, well. Fuck them. Anyway, we love you all. Everything's been popping. We're starting to pop a little bit on Instagram, TikTok. Make sure you're following us on all of it. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. We've got heaps of content all coming. We're going to be doing our best to come through weekly. So fucking check us out and stay sexy.
Thank you so much for listening and send in your trashy dating stories. Whoa.
Oh, fuck this. It's not working. Fuck off.